are you?
Welcome back. Tonight, we're going to talk about the last game of round 9 of Super Rugby Americas, Yacare against Cobras.
Yeah, the team from Paraguay against the team from Brazil, playing in Paraguay.
Let's start. So, as Pato said, the game just finished. As I said on the review, the match was very even. I think they're kind of similar teams, played in a similar way, kind of similar background. So I thought the clash was going to be evenly matched.
Yeah, exactly, and it was. It was a really entertaining game. Both teams started really strong. Although Yacare started scoring 2 tries, but Cobras was always there. Every chance they got into 22s and they got a penalty, they kicked the ball to the poles and they scored. So they kept close in the scoreboard. And what we saw from the start was that Yacare improved from what were their deficiencies of previous games. That they gave the other teams a lot of chances during the first part of the game, during the first half. Happened with Pampas, which Pampas actually won that game because of the tries they scored during the first 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And the same happened with Yacare and Peñarol, where Peñarol just almost kind of defined the game on the first half, or the first minutes, and Yacare, it was hard for them to come back and win the game after that. So they really improved that part.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw it was a even match, but not in a bad way, but in a, as Pato said, in an entertaining way. They didn't have yellow cards, didn't they?
I think they didn't.
So that's a lot for this tournament.
And for both these teams, they've been yellow carded a lot, especially Cobras in the first.
Yes, and I think that their energies kind of were in the same level during the whole match. I think at the beginning of the second half, Yacare scored a few tries, and then they kind of stuck there a little bit. And Cobras kind of did that as well, but then kind of woke up and started playing, and they scored tries, and it ended like it says here, 34-30, which is really close, and until the last
play.
Yeah, until the last play, you didn't know if Cobras could kind of win it, or Yacare was a done deal. What I did see, I think Cobras could easily they could win this game, and they could have win it, and they didn't do it because they have this thing of not thinking through some decisions they make. Like they start advancing, and they start moving forward, and they start breaking lines, and then they start passing balls until there's a moment that you have to keep the ball and don't pass because you don't have anyone ready to receive it, but they do it anyway, and they lose it in that way. And I think there's improvement there. Like if they start reading more the plays and knowing when to keep the ball and when to pass it, they will be able to score more points and win more games.
Yeah, exactly. They both teams made some poor choices in the gameplay, and they allow kind of the other teams to take back the ball.
Yeah.
And true, Cobras wants to play an open game, wants to play a speed game, a quick game, and with tons of offloads and things like that. But they are not there yet. I don't think they have this. The players are not skilled as much as they would require for that type of game, or the speed they want to play it, because they lose the ball, the passes don't connect, and so what Flores says is they need to start making better decisions whether to pass the ball, to risk passing the ball, making a risky pass in an offload, or keeping the ball and making an extra phase, right? Go to the ground, make a rack, open the ball, one more phase. And that is, well, I think that's part of learning, of growing, of learning as players, as a team, understanding at which moment you can risk the pass, or which moment you...
I was going to say that if Cobras knows that it's really hard to go to the other round, like to play in the playoffs, so maybe for them this is all a big rehearsal, like they are training, so this is a kind of a big training moment for them. So if that's the way they see these last games that we'll have in this part of the tournament, that's okay. I give you that, but if you think you need to score points and you need to win and you need to and you can't pass to playoffs, then this is not the way to do it. So that's I don't know.
I don't think any team is speculating in that way of deciding what we want to pass to playoff. We just need to play conservative. I think this is a development tournament.
But it's not conservative. I don't know if they take this as kind of a learning experience.
Yes, it is.
Then do it. But if you want to win, then kind of.
Well, but think, that's okay. We're discussing talking about they not making the right decisions when passing the ball, going to a ground. But they were making the right decisions when every time they had at the beginning of the game, every time they had an opportunity to score, they kicked the ball.
Yeah.
And they kept closer and closer, getting closer there. And suddenly you say, okay, now we're going to the corner and line them all, try. And they went ahead on the scoreboard. So they were making smart decisions. So at some point they were playing a test match style game. They had a chance, they scored the points. Have the chance, they score the points. So I think they're taking it seriously as much as they can, but also they're trying to improve or try to get a type of game that they're not ready for it. But I think it's
eventually they will.
Yes, and they want to. Of course, they want to qualify for the other round. I don't think they think themselves being less, but of course the results show another thing. But I think that they are. I think that they just are trying to learn, to improve, and to grow as a team, and to improve in their style. And if they can win the games, they're going to try to do that.
What I saw of Yacare, I like the first 10-15 minutes of the second half. It's like that's the core of what Yacares can do if they can sustain that for the rest of the time. I think there's kind of there's something there that makes them competitive, that makes them the fourth team in this tournament. So I really like him, Charles. I think he's great. He's
the best nine of the competition, yes.
Yeah, definitely, yes. I don't like the nine of Cobras. I don't think he plays agile enough.
The other Argentinian.
Yes, but I think everything we were expecting Peñarol versus Togos should be, we found it in this game.
Yes, an entertaining competitive game. It was
between two level teams.
Yeah, and one other thing about Cobras that I was just remembering is they scored the last try, which was 1 minute and a half before the end of the game. One thing that we were criticizing Cobras during the first part of the season was, came 60 minutes, they were out of the game, they couldn't resist it, they lost the mind, physically they were out, and all their teams took the chance and scored tons of tries there.
Yeah, and they wanted to win it.
Yes, they wanted to win it. And in this game, they were competitive till the last, and they had the chance to win it after all.
Yeah, they make
so that's an improvement.
A silly mistake in a line out. Yacares gained the ball back, and they were fierce. Like they wanted that ball back.
Yeah.
They got penalized just because of that. So yeah, I think it was a good way to finish
the round. Yes.
Yeah, round 9.
It didn't started well, and we had a surprise in the middle, and it was a good way, but a nice game to end it.
Yes. So that's our review. As usual, we have a social media here. In the next video, in a few days, we're going to do the preview of round 10.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the scores, the table, and how the positions and how is everything on the tournament so far. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.
Bye.
Goodbye.